What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Said What I Said with Talin. Today, we have a very exciting guest. He is one of the most exciting voices out right now. Rapper and artist Jay Prince, born in Sri Lanka, raised between cultures, and now making waves out here in Los Angeles. And Jay is putting Sri Lankan pride into global hip hop. So today we're going to be talking identity, collaborations, the grind, and what it means to carry Sri Lanka with you and while chasing your dreams in the States. So let's get into it. Everyone, please welcome the one and only Jay Prince.
Hey, Jay Prince in the building. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming on. We're so excited to have you on because we have so much to talk about with you. I mean, the world knows, but if the world doesn't know, they're about to know today.
Hey,
everything going on.
I'm in the kitchen, I've been cooking up the curry. Chefing up the pot, know the mix like curry. They been switching sides, I just cut them off, no worry. I've been in the kitchen, he been cooking up the curry.
Back in 99, left up out the motherland. Now I'm back up in this bitch with a couple bands. I heard the baila going up, let me do my dance. Kotu with the chicken curry, I'm not in a hurry. Arakubila with no chaser, got my vision blurry. I'm rocking feelers out the club, fade away, I'm Murray. I'm in Colombo, back and forth to the fucking telly. Shit is grand when we pop out at the cinnamon. Fresh on the scene, now they crowning me king. The best on the island, don't play with the prince. Came for the win and I left with the ring. But nobody working like me from within. Stunned at the love that these haters convinced. Cut ties with these fakers, I ball like the Lakers. I'm getting this paper, collecting the M. I'm not with friends, I've been setting the trend. You know them haters, they time is up. Colombo to LA, we run it up. And this for the culture, I'm on them tough. And all that pretending is not enough.
So it's so crazy. I was just thinking about this like the other day, like how we met. And I remember my dad and I were just like on socials and we came across one of your singles and we were like, my dad was like, look at this guy. He looks like Nipsey Hussle. And I was just like, wait, what? And then he like showed me the video and I was like, oh my gosh. And then my dad was like, wait, he's Sri Lankan. And I was like, he's Sri Lankan? I was like, wait, this is so crazy. So we like deep dived and like I remember we had reached out to you and we ended up like meeting and like hanging out in person and like you're such like a down to earth human being and I think that's like so rare to like find in LA and also just being a Sri Lankan and also in the entertainment and music industry. So it was so cool that we like finally got to connect and meet, you know, after like seeing all of that. So let's start with your story.
Okay.
You were born in Sri Lanka, and now you're based out in the Valley.
Yes.
Shout
out to the Valley. Shout out to the Valley.
So take us back. What was life like growing up, and how did the music just kind of all start?
Honestly, it's crazy. I when I was younger, I was never really like into music like that, you know, because generally you see people at a young age start doing music and then gradually they become, you know what I mean, artists. And,
yeah.
But for me, I was honestly into sports and basketball, cricket and stuff like that.
Okay.
Basketball opened the door for me with rap because I did my first ever like recorded freestyle when I was in high school. And I believe the 10th grade. And it was about basketball. And that's what like opened the door for me. And I'm obsessed with basketball, so music as well. So came, you know what I mean, like hand in hand with both.
Yeah, that's so awesome. I didn't even know about that you played sports.
I know, yeah.
So
definitely.
cricket too, you say?
So when I was in Sri Lanka, I was a big cricket fan. And then once I moved here, it was obviously they don't have cricket here, so I'm playing basketball. But I was playing basketball. I went to Nalanda College in Sri Lanka, and I was part of the basketball team out there.
Oh my gosh, that's so sick.
That was kind of like the icebreaker for me. So when I moved to America, that's how I'd make friends playing basketball, honestly. That was like till this day, honestly, I think I've met some of my best friends playing basketball.
That's so awesome. Well, yeah, I had no idea. That's cool. I love basketball too. I know we're like Lakers fans.
Laker gang.
Let's just make sure we're on the same page about that. Like no Celtics fans over here or something like that. Okay, cool. Yeah, we love that. We love to hear that. So you said you started kind of developing music and getting into that when you came out here to States.
Yes.
More so, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so how did that like kind of like really come about? Like what kind of sparked that and like starting the whole path and journey?
I think I've always loved music and I've always been into hip hop.
Yeah.
And listening to it, I don't know what made me want to just start rapping, but it was just something that just kind of manifested, I guess.
Yeah.
And I obviously love fashion, and obviously hip hop and fashion go hand in hand also. So that was another thing that drew me into hip hop, you know, culture.
Yeah.
And but yeah, definitely. And it's crazy to say, like, I didn't honestly start professionally doing music till 2020.
Okay. Wow. So only 5 years ago.
Yes.
Wow. That's so crazy. Who were some of your like inspiration like artists like when you started?
From here? Mm-hmm. I want to say when I started, it was a long time ago. 50 Cent, G-Unit. There's this rapper named Fabulous. He's from the East Coast. I listen to a lot of East Coast rap.
Awesome.
But that was because I was obviously living in the East Coast at the time. Eminem was, I think every Sri Lankan loves Eminem.
For sure.
Till this day, like, if you go and look at the top 100 in Sri Lanka, Eminem's on there somewhere.
Wow. That's so crazy. So I want to ask you about like your family too. I mean, moving to a whole new country like isn't easy. And what was that transition like for you and your family when you first came to the States?
So the way my dad won the green card lottery. That's how we
gosh.
were able to come to the United States. We're
Okay.
blessed. And it's 2 different draws. So my dad won the first draw, and then he applied again, and he got the second one. And then we were called in for an interview, and then basically we got to come to
Wow.
America. And
my gosh.
but it was really hard because we only really had like me, my dad, my sister, and my mom, and we had to basically leave the rest of the family behind.
Yeah.
So that was tough for me because I was very like close to a lot of the family. So
Right.
leaving them was really tough for me, and
Yeah.
going to a whole new land and not knowing anyone, and like it's very strange, you know. It's like,
Yeah.
and I'm a very like routine person, and I need that, you know what I mean. But obviously
sure,
it takes a little while to build a routine, but definitely once I got to Staten Island, New York, that's where we first moved to from Sri Lanka.
Okay.
I was in the culture, you know. I was basically trying to figure out like what life is and what life for me in America, what that'll, you know, define what it is.
Right.
And that's basically what.
Yeah. So would you say like was it kind of like a culture shock in any way over here, like just, you know, the language and everything, like, you know?
Culture shock, and then also it helped because I took English classes back in Sri Lanka, so like that kind of helped me. But I don't know, I think, you know, like I don't have an accent like when I speak, and it's funny because I guess because I've been here since I was 10 years old, that's the case. But New York, man, took that accent right out of me. That's why I was living first. So but yeah, I'm grateful to have gone through that experience, and everything that I've gone through has shaped me to who I am today. And you know, I try to be as authentic as I can and show that in my music. I try to show who I am.
Absolutely. And I think that's one thing that also like drew me to like your page and like seeing you as an artist. Like you stood out in that way because I could see like how connected you were like to where you came from. And I think that's so important because like there's so many artists out there like that maybe like try to connect like their culture but don't kind of like execute it like the right way, and they're not tying it in properly. So like the way you do it is just so incredible, awesome.
Thank you.
Really huge applause for all of
so
that.
much.
You know?
Appreciate you.
Yeah. So like these struggles, I mean, you know, just moving over here to a whole new country, starting all this like from ground zero, like especially in the music industry, and like in LA too, like it's such a hard industry.
Honestly, everyone wants to be a rapper. Everyone wants to be an actor. But again, not everyone follows through. So I think, especially with like what we do, we have to be very consistent in our art, or you know what I mean, in what we do. So it's tough. Like you gotta present it at a very professional level. If you're an independent artist, like you got to organize that all yourself. You know what I mean? So
right.
yeah,
Everything's on you.
Exactly.
You know, you don't have really help from like these other people have big labels or big production teams or whatever. Like it's all on you, and how are you going to carry through your career basically.
Exactly.
So yeah. I mean, what's been like kind of the hardest part though, like as an artist out here and like trying to like push through like any certain boundaries?
You know, the whole finding your lane thing, like I don't want to put myself into one specific lane and like block anything else out. Like I want to make sure that I'm able to go into every different avenue that I'm possible, like pop music, you know, not pop music. I'm saying like singles that are very pop sounding, but then coming back to like the hip hop sound and giving you that raw lyrical stuff. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that.
That's awesome. Cool. All right, so let's talk a little bit about finding your sound. So one thing about your music is the blend. You've got like hip hop, trap, and then you also have like Sri Lankan rhythms and different cultural things in there. So how did you come about like finding your sound and figuring out like what that was?
I wanted to represent my culture in my music. Like I said, I want to be the most authentic representation of myself.
Yeah.
And I wanted to include just Sri Lankan references in my music, so that way, you know what I mean? Like people from home can connect to it. People that live abroad that might be, you know, like Australia, New Zealand, all these other countries. There's Sri Lankans everywhere.
Yeah.
So like, I wanted a way for them to connect as well. So that's why I kind of like mix the English and Sinhalese together. Well, the newer songs that I've been working on. That's why I've been doing that and trying to, you know, put out a product that is for myself, but also like for other Sri Lankans. But I don't make music just for Sri Lankans also, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
I don't, like I said, I don't want to be stuck in one lane at the end of the day. So, yeah.
Do you like strategically or like conspicuously like kind of like put certain like Sri Lankan like elements like into it, like, or does it just kind of like happen naturally, I guess, now at this point?
With like lyrics, it's honestly, it's not natural. It's very like strategic, like planned, you know what I mean? Because like it depends on the type of project that you're working on too. So for example, if I'm working on like a song that's strictly English and hip hop for the audience here versus doing a feature for a big artist in Sri Lanka or something like that. So, you know what I mean? It's just figuring out like how to balance that and put out the product that represents you basically. Yeah.
So how, I mean, obviously you're born and raised in Sri Lanka, so you already spoke Sinhalese, but how is that? We were kind of talking about this a little bit earlier before we started recording, but like, you know, like how is that like process of like putting, you know, Sri Lankan Sinhalese like words into your music and like, you know, with the pronunciation and like hoping you don't mess it up or it sounds wrong or whatever, you know, because some people take it in a certain way. They're like, oh, but it's like we have accents, you know. So how is that like, you know?
It's hard to mix and match Sinhalese with English.
Yeah.
And to mesh it together is tough. Like,
yeah, I'm sure.
It takes. It depends, and honestly, I've had help, so that's what's gotten me through. You know what I mean, and all the support that I have. But basically, trying to blend English and Sinhalese together is so hard, like, cause you don't want it to sound corny, and then you want it to sound authentic. You know what I mean? So it's like you got to find the balance, like I said, and basically and execute it correctly.
Exactly. Was there ever a time like you feel like someone kind of like pushed you back or like said like, okay, you need to stay in this like one lane like with your music? Was there?
Honestly, I'm very like stubborn and I only really listen to myself. Okay. I will get people's opinions and I'll listen to, you know, opinions and but at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what makes me happy. Yeah. And what I want to do.
You know, I think that's awesome. I think like too, like in the music industry, like it's so hard for like, obviously you get so many opinions and different things and like people telling you, oh, like maybe try this or like do this. But I think what makes like so many of these artists like stand out even to this day and age is like them being true and authentic to themselves and kind of going in what direction they want to go to. Right. And that's like a more successful rate for them rather than, oh, someone told me to do this, so let me try this, and then it comes out and you're like, oh, do I actually really like this?
Yeah.
Like, is this really me, or is it more so just someone else just trying to create my career path, basically,
Exactly.
So let's talk about Where I'm From, part 2, and what that means to you.
That song that was my first song that people got to know me for.
Yeah.
I want to give a big shout out to the artists that were part of that song, because I don't know how, but I got some of the biggest artists in that are in Sri Lankan rap industry. You know what I mean?
Right.
Some of the biggest artists from that, and onto this song from Costa. There's Costa, Master D, Pulia. There's this Tamil rapper named NST. I wanted to have Tamil representation, unity always, sing her Tamil unity. I always talk about that. And, but yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah. I mean, when you shot a video for that too as well.
Yeah, I shot the video. I wanted to shoot it like, I don't know if you know who Joyner Lucas is?
Yeah.
So Joyner Lucas had a video where he dedicated to Will Smith, and he shot it like, it was like behind the scenes, and he was going from different movie to different movie.
Oh.
And I wanted to kind of have the same type of like, you know what I mean?
Concept,
like, concept, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So with the video, that's what I did. And I got to have like my mom in it, my sister in it.
That's
like,
so awesome.
It was full circle for me, because you know what I mean?
For sure.
But that song is, I talked about the things that I would do when I go to Sri Lanka, and the things that I like really hold close to my heart in Sri Lanka, so it was really cool to see how much people loved it, and like they really connected it to it, like I was saying, the people that are abroad that are not in Sri Lanka, a lot of people messaged me and said, man, it brought me closer to home, because they connected
awesome.
to the message of what was in the song.
Yeah, and I think that's such a powerful thing when your music like connects with people out there. Like people see it and they're just like, oh my gosh, I can relate to it or whatever. I think as an artist too, that just makes it feel like so much more rewarding. You know what I mean?
1000%. Honestly, sometimes you have to sit back and like see the progress you've made, and I have trouble with that sometimes, and I'm just kind of on go and just trying to work on the next thing. Sometimes my sister tells me like, hey, like look at the progress you've made from when you started, you know what I mean? So from 2020 like to now, I'm working on my 10th album, so it's a lot of music that I'll put out.
For sure. I mean, and albums are what, like 14, 15 songs?
Different albums had different amounts of tracks, but my very first album I released was called Unintended Consequences, and that had, I think, 19 songs. I wanted it to...
Wow, 19 songs.
I know, but it's because I wanted it to represent, because I grew up in hip hop in the 90s also, in the 2000s, so like I wanted it to be like a combination of everything, because albums back then would have like 19, 20 songs.
That's true.
So I wanted to also include like so many different types of music in my album, and I don't want to say I have no idea, but my album went #1 for hip hop and rap and also all genres, because Where I'm From was taking off at that time. Yeah, so, it was blowing up. Yeah, and I was grateful to, for it to go #1. And it was my first album ever. I was geeking.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's like a huge, like, almost like kind of like a little I made it moment.
I know,
right?
a little bit, because you had to, honestly, so how I really broke into the music industry is through like a feature. One of, this artist named Costa, he's a big artist in Sri Lanka. Okay. He, basically gave me a cosign. He let me jump on a song with him, and we shot a video for it. And like you said, everybody was like, oh, he look like Nip, he look like Snoop, like he got the braids, like, you know what I mean? That's what they associated me for. Yeah. And that's how I was able to really build the fan base that I have from that overnight, like hit or whatever. But from then, I've kind of built on that progress and just kept going. Like after the song with the artist, I did Where I'm From, and I've done so many 3 different versions, but like the very first version was me and my friend that was Filipino, and he talked about Filipino culture and I talked about Sri Lankan culture. So we basically just went back and forth and did that, and then that, and it was like a Indian sample that we used.
Okay.
Shout out to the producer Ian Blackett. Yeah, that was just definitely I made it moment for sure. Like,
Yeah. No, I love that you said that your sister like kind of tells you to go back and just kind of like reminisce and kind of like soak in those like moments, because like I think a lot of people, like we all struggle with, like, you know, obviously we put so much pressure on ourselves like with whatever career that we are choosing, and
Right.
like every path is going to be different for everyone, but like there's going to be so much like hard struggles and things in between. But I think it's so beautiful to like look back on those and
Yeah.
kind of just like reflect and really just like almost embrace it and be
Exactly.
like, those moments are kind of what got me to this next point. And like you, when you have those like I made it moments, it just like
Exactly.
makes you even feel so much more rewarding.
The sunshine comes with the rain.
Exactly. That's like a perfect way to put it. Yeah. Alrighty, so we're gonna talk about some of your biggest songs.
Okay.
Obviously, Lighters Up went crazy
Thank you.
as well, and I'm gonna mispronounce this. I already asked you. Really.
I know.
Nana Ville.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
I got
Hey,
it.
shout out to Talin.
It had the remix like TikTok buzzing,
I know, man. It
which was insane.
insane.
So, what are all those songs mean to you, and like, what is it like just watching all these people like react to you?
Lighters Up, I think till this day is one of my favorite songs ever. It's a very like up-tempo, happy song.
Yeah.
The music video is like me at my house with my friends or eating curry tacos and just like
Yeah.
having fun, and you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like a very positive song, and that song, I just remember when I wrote the chorus, I was like, damn, this is hard. I was like, most debated in Sri Lanka, put your lighters up. Not belated, I just came up on the scene and pop. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like, and then like one of the other lines was like, I've been locked in with some legends. I don't need no props from you haters. I got day ones with me on the block. So it's like
Yeah.
really showing like who I am, and like, you know what I mean? Just in the chorus, and then getting into the verse. Like I got 2 fire verses on there. So,
Yeah.
again, repping Sri Lanka in my music, and the music, because it's so funny that I had a clip go viral for Lighters Up, and people were like, yo, you're Sri Lankan? Like, what the heck? Like,
Right. Yeah. They're like, wait, huh?
and then the Nanavile song, that Passan hit me up randomly, sent me the song, was like, yo, bro, write the first verse about yourself. I was like, all right, cool. So I wrote the first verse kind of about myself, and then he was like, the second verse, write about Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, okay, so what should I talk about Sri Lanka? You know what I mean? So I wanted to like break down. So I definitely wanted to big up and empower our women out there, and
Yeah.
just our culture in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I knew the song would do good, but
Yeah.
I didn't know it was going to do what it did.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
definitely made waves in Sri Lanka. Everybody was talking about cinnamon. It was so funny,
Yeah.
honestly. There was a whole the song. What I really liked about it was that the song brought up conversation about colorism and like embracing
Yeah, I was
your
gonna
own
talk
skin,
about
and
that,
like
yeah.
loving your own brown skin, because in Sri Lanka, you know, there's like skin bleaching creams and stuff like that people
Right.
use. So
Yeah.
I want to, you know what I'm saying, embrace people to like love their own skin, and
Yeah.
your brown skin, your melanin skin, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So,
Embrace it. Love it.
Exactly.
And I think that's so great that you're doing that, because like I feel like we live in a generation that, you know, it's a crazy world out
Yes.
there, you know, and it's very easy for people to like, you know, take things and like want to do certain things and whatnot, and just like being able to like having the power that we have to like kind of voice and like advocate out there, I think is so important, you know.
1000%.
So that's awesome. And how was that like, just like all the reaction though you were getting back
It
from
was
everything?
honestly, some of the reactions were so funny. I'm not gonna lie. There were so many TikTok videos where I was like, yo, it was the dopest thing was the dopest thing for me doing music is like being able to show my mom, like,
Yeah.
because she's seen me doing music since I was little, you know? So,
Right.
like, she's never understood, like, I don't think, like, even though I've tried to explain, like, I don't think brown parents understand, like, you know, what you're trying to do. They just want,
Right.
they want the best for you at the end of the day.
Of course,
But they want you
yeah.
to, go to school and
Yep.
you know what I mean. And
That's very like typical, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But in January, I got to perform at my first music festival.
Yeah.
Called the Center Music Festival. Shout out to DJ Mass. And that was honestly amazing because I got to have my mom in VIP, my sister in VIP,
That's
have my
awesome.
family in Sri Lanka in VIP. So
Yeah.
like that moment was definitely I made a moment right there
For
because
sure, yeah.
my mom seen like the nights that we've stayed up making music and like she's like
Yeah.
she's always yelling telling me go to sleep to sleep
Yeah.
early, stop going, you know what I mean? So
No, for sure.
it's very like that's the most rewarding thing for me, I think, seeing that, showing my mom like there was a purpose behind what I was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
No, 100%.
that I hold very special. That moment is very special for me.
Yeah.
Also the fact that I got my family in VIP and like, you know what I mean? It was
It's like so cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like, hey, look, yeah, there's my mom out there. She's
Exactly.
in VIP watching me.
Shout out to my mom, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she was it was really amazing. But did I get off track again? My bad.
No, I mean, we kind of touched a little bit like on the videos that you felt like
Right.
that were like I made it moments.
The reason why I bought my mom up was because with the Nana Vile, so all these TikTok videos were going down, and honestly, I was sending them to my mom, like our family group chat. I was like, my mom couldn't believe it. She was like, "This is
like,
wild."
wait, what?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So, and not just that, my relatives, and the fact that the song is like people all ages can enjoy it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So that was also something that was really cool because usually in hip hop it's more of like the younger crowd, you know what I mean? Or like you grew up listening to hip hop. If you don't know hip hop, you're not gonna try to go like listen to hip hop.
Right.
So it was really cool that these uncles would come up to me and like,
oh my gosh,
like, yo, love the song, like, you know what I mean? So it was like, aunties, uncles, these uckies like from back in the day. So like just seeing like their reaction and like people hitting them up like, yo, this so and so, you know what I mean? So it's just been it's been amazing just to soak in that was wild.
That's so awesome. That's amazing, and I congratulate you just on everything, and
Appreciate
just
you.
So much respect for all your work and everything.
Thank you
done.
so much.
So
gratitude.
Yeah. So you carry Sri Lanka in your music, and obviously, like, what does it mean being a Sri Lankan artist in the States to you?
Honestly, it's so funny so whenever I get called a Sri Lankan artist, I tell people I'm not a Sri Lankan artist. I'm Sri Lankan, and I'm an artist.
And I'm an artist.
You know what I mean? Because the whole Sri Lankan artist thing is, I feel like, just putting you in like a lane.
For sure.
So, but no, it's dope because I'm able to, like you said, use culture like from Sri Lanka and also here because I grew up here. You know what I mean? So you get best of both worlds, and there's other people that are doing it also, but like, I think like us here in Cali or in like LA and like America, the people that, the Sri Lankans that grew up in America and stuff, like we really like, we're embedded in the culture, you know what I mean? So like we're able to clash the two and combine the two and make it look dope, you know what I mean? And whatever it may be, song, art, like whatever. But yeah, this is overall what I think about it.
Yeah. Do you ever feel kind of like a pressure sense of like trying to like represent the whole country, or like just trying to like focus on more so like telling your story?
I don't think there's really pressure to represent the country because I know a lot of other Sinhalese artists that are still like on the come up and that are really talented and like and I think like I don't have to take on the burden alone, you know what I mean? Like we have yourself, you know what I'm saying? So we have artists like everywhere that Sinhalese and like I've been trying to find like all these artists that like overseas, like in the UK, Australia, like collaborating with them and like just building networks and building, you know what I mean? Just building with them. So like hopefully next year, next year I'm going on tour.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
going to Australia low-key. So low-key, I haven't figured out the dates yet, guys, but Australia I'm coming. There's a couple other places that I'm trying to get to, but right now we got Australia locked in.
That's so exciting. Whoa, huge announcement
Yeah,
all of a
he's going on
sudden.
tour.
We didn't even get to that part yet. And I was like, wait, okay.
Jumping the gun.
I'm
Jumping
like,
the gun.
let me jump really quick.
I feel like also when I say jumping the gun, I feel like that's such a Sri Lankan uncle thing to say. I was like, I hear that all the time. Don't jump the gun.
So have you ever gotten any like pushback from like people saying like you're too Americanized or like flip to like you're too Sri Lankan for the mainstream like US rap?
Honestly, I don't think so. But even if I did, like I said, like I just listen to myself and I do what makes me happy, and it really other people's opinions matter, but if they're my family, you know what I mean, like,
no,
or
sure.
someone that I'm close to and like they know me, you know what I mean. If it's someone that don't know me and they just have random opinion about me and it don't matter to me, like, you know what I mean. I mean, obviously, stuff like that does affect you because you know what I mean. Like, the internet is toxic as hell, so. I already know certain people are just trolling, you know what I mean?
People are just trying to like say things, hate on it, whatever it is, you know?
I try to spread a very positive message. I try to uplift people. Even like, you know, when you play basketball and stuff, like sometimes like certain people will get down on other people. I'm like, nah, bro, lift them up and like encourage them to do better. Because like if you put them down, they're going to play worse. Like, you know what I'm saying? So just trying to uplift, like unity, you know, try to like show love at the end of the day. And
for sure,
I feel like there's so much of that in this world that's lacking right now, like especially with like showing empathy, showing love and stuff like that. So especially with everything that's going on in the world. So it's 100%. It's kind of crazy, and you know, it's trying to figure out the mental space to, you know, manage all that.
Right.
So
it's challenging and it's a lot.
1,000%.
For sure. And I don't think people really understand that, you know, like the whole mental concept of just, you know, just dealing with everything that we deal with in the world, you know?
Agreed.
So how do you keep your identity like authentic, like when you're moving in just like different scenes?
I just be who I am, you know what I mean? Like express myself the way I always do. I don't try to like be different. Like I'm gonna be me always. I don't try to be different with different people. Like I'm very genuine. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and because of that, I'm very like take things personal. I try not to, but and I'm petty, so like when I take things personal, like I really like, you know what I mean, like so. But I'm trying to work on that. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's just trying to like stay true to yourself. I feel like it's hard too in some ways because just with the outside noise of different things too. Right. But you know, like you're so humble and so grounded, and I think also that maybe just comes from like us being Sri Lankans and just like
how we were raised
like by our families, you know. And I think that's like so rare to find, and like it's so amazing when I get to meet other like artists like yourself that are just so genuine and humble. Like,
thank you.
With
I appreciate you
the
too.
Crew that we
you
have.
too.
Thank you.
Of course,
you
know you gotta. I'm a big person. You gotta show the flowers while they're alive. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you never know what's gonna happen, and just show love to people and tell them you appreciate them, and you know what I mean. If you appreciate their art, let them know.
Yeah, 100%.
That's why I'm like very, very stern.
No, you have to be. All right, we're gonna move into dream collaborations. So, what would be your dream Sri Lankan collaboration? Let's talk that first.
So funny. I've gotten asked that question so much. It's the Gypsies.
The Gypsies. Okay, and why the Gypsies?
I grew up listening to them, and Sunil is like such a like their music is baila music, but also like it also had like a different meaning, you know what I mean? Like he would talk about politics and stuff like that, and like he was a very people person and for the people. Yeah. And also their music is just legendary, and I love their music. I grew up listening to their music, and rest in peace to Sunil. But the Gypsies are just, you know what I mean? They're goats. Yeah. So I'm like, for sure, goats of Sri Lankan music. I'm like, that would definitely be the most like dream collaboration for sure. Yeah,
that's awesome. And who would be like global one artist you would love to like collaborate with? Oh man,
that's tough.
It's tough, right?
So my favorite artist is Drake. My favorite rapper is J. Cole.
Okay.
And between the two, like, it's tough. I'm not gonna lie.
That's tough. Because, like, J. Cole's more like, he's like the lyric guy.
Conscious
Yeah.
rap. So I'm very into that, but then also, like, I love the Drake sound, like the way he deliver his bars and like his beats and like how, you know, how he raps on things and stuff like that. I've been a Drake fan, I think, longer than J. Cole.
Okay.
I was a fan when Drake was releasing music. There was this blog called allthingsfresh.net.
Okay.
Nobody really knew of him back then. And then when he blew up, it was kind of crazy because it was one of my friends that put me onto him.
Oh.
And I take pride in like, like I said, I listened to Drake way before he was the Drake.
You're letting
now.
everyone know I listened to him before all of you guys got to see him.
I know. But honestly, like I said, between the two, it's hard. Like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to send a message, or do you want to hit, or you want both? But I feel like you can do both with both of them. But J. Cole is just lyrically just a beast.
For
you
sure.
know what I mean?
100%.
The song, it's so funny. On the way here, I was listening to First Person Shooter Mode, which is J. Cole and Drake.
Yeah.
So like, I was like, man, this guy's pen's insane. Like, that's someone like I study, like, but Drake too also. But let's go with Drake. I'm gonna go with Drake. I'm a big Drizzy fan. I'm a big Drizzy fan.
I could totally see that collaboration. It would be
insane. I'm not gonna lie. A
fire,
Sri Lankan Drake collab would be wild.
I think he needs to like see this. He needs to like know. He needs to know who you are because it would be so freaking sick.
It's funny. I know some of my homies that actually drive for him. There's some Sri Lankans that actually are like his drivers. So like,
oh my gosh,
I'm tapped in with a couple of them. So
like,
maybe, yeah, just slide it
or like just like one day he's like driving, just like puts on one of your songs.
One of my songs.
Just be like,
hey, who this?
Oh, you listen to this? It's actually really good. You know, you should check this out.
And another thing, my cousin, she's Irish and Sri Lankan, and she's an audio engineer, and she's the engineer for Busta Rhymes.
No way.
Which is a rap legend.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like. I recently, not recently, I think it was like a year or two ago, I got to meet him. They went out to a club out here and she invited me and I got to go, and it was the most coolest thing ever.
Oh my
God. So she was like, we're here. So I go like get in line with them. I saw Busta Rhymes. Everybody in the entourage and everybody's like going in and like, he's like, oh, this person. Busta's pointing at people and he pointed at me. I was like, oh my God.
You're like, oh my gosh, wait.
It's crazy. And then we all went in. It was the coolest thing because as soon as we got inside, we literally went into the kitchen. Like, you know what I mean?
Wow.
And this is a club. Like, you know what I mean? What club do you go to that you go
Straight
to
into
the
the
kitchen?
kitchen.
Yeah. But it was like a mafia movie or something like that. Wow. You know what I'm saying? But it was cool. He was like, yo, this and this person, that's my engineer. That's my engineer's cousin. Like, he acknowledged me. I was like, damn, that was crazy. And
that's so cool.
I got introduced to him through my cousin, and then we had a little conversation. She was like holding my hand. I was geeking out. I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
oh, for sure.
Busta Rhymes is a legend. You know what I mean? So, but shout out to my cousin Delany. She made that happen. She's very inspirational and definitely motivates me as well. But yeah.
That's so sick.
My bad, I didn't mean to go off on that tangent.
No, I love that. That's so cool. I mean, you gotta meet Busta Rhymes. Like,
I know.
what?
And the fact that my cousin is a female and she's Sri Lankan and Irish and in an industry that's male dominated, you know? So
for sure.
Like, she has her ups and downs, but she's out there holding it down, and I'm very proud of her and
amazing.
what she's doing.
Yeah. We love to see that. We really do. Are there any Sri Lankan artists right now that you think the world like needs to know about?
Man, me. Let me see. I closely work with there's a cat from New York. His name is Suvin.
Okay.
I got him on the Where I'm From Part 3.
Okay.
He went by Aesop Sav at the time, but he just changed his artist name to Suvin.
Okay.
But he's super talented singer, rapper, like dope pen, you know what I mean? His skills with that pen is crazy. There's an artist named T. Shandy from Canada, Ottawa, that I'm working with right now. Cool. Honestly, there's so much talent. Talin, you know what I'm saying? There's so many dope Sri Lankan artists that are out there. We just have to, you know what I mean, support them.
No,
and
for
push
sure.
them and empower them. And uplift them.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know. I think there's so many out
Yeah,
there.
there
It's
is.
so cool, and it's awesome because I feel like a lot of us like genuinely like support and like like we'll repost whatever, like if they like release a single or whatever,
Right.
just like trying to help because I feel like really, I mean, at least over here in the American culture, I feel like they don't really promote artists like
Yeah.
that, like or like kind of support them
You mean
as
like
much.
fans or like friends and fans kind of
Like
thing?
friends and fans,
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that 1000%. And
Yeah.
sometimes like I'll be in my feels about that too. But it's like at the end of the day though, like you just got to realize like if you make something that's dope, they can't deny it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, greatness can't be denied at the end of the day. So
100%.
just put the work in and make a product that you're proud of, is something that represents you. And
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. So obviously, like in 2025 now, well, over the past maybe 2 years, I would say, music can just blow up on TikTok now, Reels, but it also takes just like so many like years of grind. So how do you balance making music, for the moment versus building like a body of work that kind of like lasts?
That's something I've been struggling with this year. Trying to figure out, because my whole formula has been like just put out as much I guess it's been different each and every year. You know what I mean? So like one year I put out like 4 albums, I think, in 1 year, which was insane.
Yeah.
And then because people usually put out singles, you know what I
Right.
mean, and I put out 4 albums
That's crazy.
within what 1 year span. So
Yeah.
and honestly, I'm like very proud of that though. And everything that I've recorded out of my bedroom studio. I've like,
That's awesome.
it's insane to think about. Shout out to my engineer Judah. He sent me a template, and it literally, I gotta show it to you guys when you guys come to the studio next time. It has like text written on the side of the template, and it was like, this is for the beat. Put the beat here. He literally broke it down for me into simple steps.
Wow.
So shout out to my engineer. I literally record in my room, send him the track, and he opens the Pro Tools session as how I would see it, on my side.
Yeah.
So it's definitely, there's ups and downs with that too.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, I've never really gotten too much into like the whole production side of like music because it's like very confusing.
It's
I'm not
hard.
gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's hard to like kind of learn and like you don't know what buttons you're pressing or what
Exactly.
thing will mess this up. Like you hit record and then the audio recording's not there after that or whatever. So that's really cool that you like were able to like learn and kind of like adapt like and do that with your own music.
I've been, so at the time that I told you I got into music in 2020, so but I was doing music in high school also, but I didn't get into it professionally because I was actually helping manage one of my best friends.
Okay.
He's a hip hop artist from out here.
Okay.
And I just believe in him and his vision, and I just think he's really dope.
Yeah.
And we didn't have anybody to do like his visuals or like photography, like graphics and stuff like that. So I've been like a geek with computers and stuff, and like I'll mess with Photoshop and video editing and stuff like that. So I kind of took on that role of being the content creator for him, and that's why like now I'm able to do that for myself, and it's just honestly it's so easy because I don't have the patience to work with a lot of people. I need my stuff done right away. So like that's why I need to do it.
Yeah.
And I have a specific eye for certain things that I want done a certain way. So I am very particular about how certain things are edited or presented, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's just the process.
Do you ever think like, I mean, obviously you love being like an independent artist. Like,
Right.
do you ever see yourself like being signed and like doing all that, or would you rather like stay independent?
Honestly, like the whole getting signed thing, I feel like it was like the cool, like when you're an independent artist and like you get signed, like it's always like, oh my God, I'm signed by a big label and this is cool. But some of those situations don't pan out like
How
in a
everyone
positive
thinks-
manner. You know what I mean? So like I would have to be very like particular again about it, and I would have to see the deal. Like Nipsey Hussle is definitely one of my idols, and you know what I mean, and how he like maneuvered in the business world. and even the music business as well. So like try to take from him, and but I don't know, to answer that, it depends. I guess it would have to, everything would have to align correctly.
Right. No, for sure. But I think, yeah, it is nice, like, obviously having your own freedom to, like, kind of do whatever you want, being an independent artist, because obviously once labels get involved,
Restrictions.
like, there's so much restrictions,
Exactly.
like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. Then sometimes they're also, like, trying to change your, like, narrative and story of, like, how you're perceived to the world as,
Right.
like, an artist. So it's
Right.
like, do you want all that, you know, that comes with that, or would you rather just be like, let me do things on my own? And like, because I mean, there are plenty of artists out there who have never been signed that are like, that have made it, you know?
Russ is one of the biggest examples.
Yeah.
Like independent artists, he literally, so do you use DistroKid for your,
Yeah.
okay, cool. So he uploaded his music through DistroKid, which is an independent distributor. So like the fact that he's able to do the numbers he does, you know what I mean, with
Right.
being an independent artist is insane. And he's so talented also.
So
like,
talented.
him,
yeah.
and also I don't know if you've heard of La Russell.
Yeah.
He's another independent artist that like has like empowered being an independent artist, and you know what I mean, because when you
Yeah.
go into these rooms with these execs and these labels, like they're looking out for themselves at the end of the day. So like
Exactly.
they're not really, they're trying to benefit off you.
For sure.
So you want to obviously do what's best for you. So honestly, I'll probably stay independent.
Yeah. No, I love that. I think that's a great answer. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what do you think has been your proudest, like, small win so far? Maybe something fans, like, haven't seen.
You said the smallest win?
Yeah.
Something fans haven't seen. I don't know. I want to, honestly, every win is a win for me.
Yeah.
And I think, like I said, the show where my mom was there at the VIP, that was like, I think the most special like moment for me, most win moment. But small wins, I don't know. I can't really think off the top of my head right now.
No, that's okay. I was just curious to see.
Yeah, thank you.
So let's talk about your future projects, what
Okay.
you have coming up.
Yes.
Obviously, you said you have your 10th
Album.
studio album coming out.
Yes.
Wow, that's incredible.
Thank you.
So besides the album, what else you got going on?
I'm working on a tour, like I said.
Yeah.
The album is gonna be called, it's gonna be called By Any Means Necessary.
Okay.
I'm gonna call it BAM.
Bam. You're very original with how you like label your eye, and I love that. But they all have like really good like meaning behind it. It's
You know
like
what I
you just
mean?
see a word, but then you're like, he explains and you're like, oh wow. Like, you know?
Exactly. I'm working on my album. I'm working on a bunch of different collabs right now.
Yeah.
Trying to, work on my pen game, trying to be better. Personally, I've been struggling trying to make my own, like working on my own album. I've struggled in the past couple of months and stuff. With
Yeah.
features, it's been cool. Like, you know what I mean? But like
Yeah.
with certain, with my album, I'm just like, damn, like what do I rap about now? Like
Yeah.
it makes you think like, you don't want to rap about the same thing over and over.
Right.
And like, you want to be different. And like,
Yeah.
so it's, I guess identity in a way, but, I was able to buckle down and put together, I got like I think 5-6 songs recorded right now.
That's awesome.
And for the album, and then I have some features that I have coming up as well that are gonna be, I think, gonna do numbers. So
That's
see.
awesome. That's exciting.
Thank you.
I know we didn't talk too much about like your writing process, but I'm just kind of like curious to know like what's that like for you? Like do you kind of just like jot down things like during certain time frames of your life and then kind of piece them together, or how does that work?
Honestly, I think that's what I need to do, because I feel like having organization helps your writing.
Yeah.
I am not organized. Something that I need to practice doing is writing. So if you're writing a song, like figuring out the concept, and then from that concept, like what do you want to talk about? You know what I mean? Like what do you want to put into the song? Like,
Right.
But honestly, for the most part, I'm not gonna lie, I don't do that because I'm lazy. I need to beat that. But I just kind of like play the beat and just write
Yeah.
what comes to mind.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll come up with the concept before I start writing, but sometimes the concept comes as I'm writing the verse.
Okay.
So it just depends. But
Yeah. Do you ever do like freestyle? Has any of your like
Oh my
songs been
God.
like more like freestyle rap that's like turned into like that's like the final product?
I'm not a freestyle guy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Freestyling is so hard. It's and to be good, I have a couple friends that are really good at it. I've dabbled in it definitely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What rapper hasn't? But
Right.
it's something that's not my greatest strength. Maybe I need to practice, but
Okay.
I'm working on it.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. I've seen it, like, there was like a few TV shows I think that came out. Was it the Rap Game? Did you ever see that with Jermaine Dupri?
Oh, was that what Lotto was on?
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
Lotto won. I think it was like the first season. I remember just watching that because I didn't really like know. I was like curious to see like how is this like freestyle, like what these people do, and like I remember watching it and then just someone gives them a beat and then it's just like going. I'm like,
Whatever
damn,
comes to
like
mind.
how do they do that?
I know,
Like
I
it's
know.
really crazy. Some people are
Yeah.
just super creative and they have those juices flowing and they're just like saying things. Like I'm just like, huh? What? So
I'm telling you,
that would be a cool thing to tap into though.
when we were speaking earlier, I told you I tapped into battle rap recently.
Oh, right,
And,
yeah.
There's this Indian battle rapper named Real Sick. He's like, I gotta send you something of his because
Yeah.
honestly, the way even his like writtens, like, because with battle rap, obviously most of it is written, like you kind of practice in memory. You have to memorize so many. It's like the
Yeah.
memorization is crazy.
Yeah.
I have a terrible memory, so that's why I'm like, I don't know how they do it. I'm like, oh man, but yeah, that was another definitely an inspiration, like seeing him and like
Yeah.
how he does it, and like we said, like battle rap is like at the core of hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, you gotta know all aspects of it.
For sure. Alrighty, we're gonna get into our rapid fire round. So these will be just like quick little things.
Bet.
So, and just say the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
Favorite Sri Lankan food?
Crab curry.
Crab curry?
Yes.
Wow.
Off
I don't
rip.
think I've had that.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wait, I don't eat seafood, so like
Oh,
that's
okay.
that's why.
I feel you.
That's the only exception why. Place in Sri Lanka you miss the most?
This is I want to say all of it. Like I don't know. Like place in Sri Lanka, rapid fire. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I want to say my Nandi's house.
Okay. What part was?
She's in Maharagama.
Okay.
So I love going there because that's my mom's best friend, and like we grew up, like me and her son grew up together, and like they were a little bit well off than us when we were growing up, and like so whenever my mom's friend would get something for her son, she would get it for me also. So like she's Kamini Nandi. Shout out to Kamini Nandi.
We love it. Okay, so one American artist you would challenge to a battle. You said like
Battle rap?
Battle rap.
Oh Lord, I'm not a battle rapper.
But like, okay, just say like you got it down. Like you're ready.
Who would
to
I
go.
want to battle?
Yeah, like who would you want to like?
Damn, someone that's not better than me. Battle rap, an American artist out here. I'll say J. Cole.
J. Cole.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that. If you could open up for one artist in your career, who would it be?
Drake or J. Cole.
Yeah. Solid.
I mean, I'm just thinking numbers wise, probably Drake, because Drake just brings in crazy, or even Chris Brown. Chris Brown has stadium tour, yeah, Breezy Bowl.
I wish I was there so bad. We're not going to even talk about that because I'm going to get so upset. But I love Chris Brown. He's an incredible performer.
Yes,
I should talk about that
1000%.
for a second.
Are you team Chris Brown or Drake?
Chris Brown?
I feel you. It's funny.
Oh man, Breezy. Did you go to Breezy Bowl?
No, I did not get to.
No.
One of my best friends actually got to go, and he was like, "Bro, it was insane." Bryson Tiller, Summer Walker opened up.
I love
like,
Bryson Tiller too.
Bryson's insane.
He's so dope. Oh my god, that I see so many videos on my For You page. And
I
I'm
know.
just like in my bedroom, like singing all the songs. I'm just like, I should have been there. Like I have seen him twice though. I went to like his 2 concerts that he's had in the past 2 years. But
Okay.
like the Breezy Bowl, he was just doing like everything from
I
like
know
when he started his music career to now.
Exactly.
And he has so many
like
songs.
60 songs or something.
Because his
like,
albums too, some of his albums are
I remember, insane.
crazy.
He, I think, dropped the album with like 40 songs. I don't know. It was insane. It was a lot of songs.
Yeah,
I don't know how
I
many
remember
songs
that.
it was, but
Yeah.
it was so many. But
to have that many, I was like, damn, that man is just
in the
cranking
studio,
up songs.
I
studio.
have a lot of songs that never see the light of day.
Yeah.
Like, just, I'm telling you, every artist, as yourself probably do too,
Mm-hmm.
like, we record, because I have a home studio, it's easier for me, like, to record, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm literally in my free time, I'm just recording. Like, I do watch TV shows, I'm a big anime guy, like, I watch animes and stuff like that, but, like, honestly, sometimes it feels like you're wasting time when I'm like watching TV. I'm not being productive, you know what I mean?
I'm not a TV person either. I can't like sit down for like a long period of time like that and just like watch something. I feel like crazy too, just like you. Like, so I can relate to that.
But I'm not gonna lie to you, I have like moods though. Like, there are times I do love sitting there and just being in bed and just watching TV all day sometimes. But
it is nice to relax. Yeah. Sometimes we don't know how to do that. I feel like I at least don't know how to do that sometimes. Yeah. And last one, studio or stage? What's more fun?
I want to say stage, but they're both fun. Like, the stage is fun because you get to interact with like your fans and the people there, and like it's a whole different experience versus being in the studio creating. There's so many possibilities that you can do with creating a song, like rapping differently, using different voices, like, you know, like adding ad libs, like trying to sing using auto-tune. I mean, but I guess now you can use auto-tune on stage too, so people have been using live auto-tune. So honestly, these are so hard. I like these questions, by the way. I'm gonna go studio. Yeah,
that's a good one. I know. I feel like for me too, it's like a little bit of both.
Yeah,
you know, like
it
I
is.
love to perform because like I just come from like a dance background, so I love to just be on stage and like interact. But like the studio, I feel like maybe as I've grown up, like the studio feels like more like, oh, I just love this. The calm place. The calm and just like being there and just like listening back to like things that you record and you're just like, oh my gosh, like, you know, like that's me, and it's just like it's so cool. Yeah.
You know what's crazy? When we talked about when we first met, I forgot to mention, I think, I don't remember exactly, but I feel like I saw you perform probably at Sri Lanka Day, like in Santa Monica, like a long time ago.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Like, but
those videos are still up.
No way.
They still exist out there, which is so crazy. But I mean, I was telling my parents too, I was like, do I take those down or do I just like leave them up? But like honestly, they're really cute to like kind of like reflect back, and see like the progression.
Your day one fans, your like super fans, they want to know that stuff and they want to see that stuff. So
for sure,
that's why even like thinking back like to all my projects, I worked on 10 albums, but like sometimes I feel like, damn, this is not good enough. I want to delete it. Like, but I'm like, nah, like,
just keep it.
Show the progression of your like, because right now is probably the best I've ever been writing, like compared to my first album. That's why it's insane to me that my album went #1 in Sri Lanka, and it was my first album. You know what I mean? Where like now I'm like more seasoned and like I'm able to write better and like I know how to structure songs. You know what I mean? The whole writing process also like take very like much pride in that. Like it takes time sometimes, but it just all depends on the project you're working on, like I said. But yeah.
That's awesome. Well, Jay, thank you so much for being here today, and I'm so excited to hear your 10th studio album. See you go on tour in Australia. That's super, super exciting. Everyone watching at home, thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes.
And if you guys like this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, all that stuff, and tag us in your favorite moment. This has been Said What I Said with Talin, and until next time, bye.